Welcome to Lifestyle Buzz Today with Orlando. Fresh, innovative, entertaining talk about topics we are all in one way or another involved with. And now here's your host, Orlando Burgos.
Well, hello, Mr. and Mrs. World. Tragic events today that surprised everybody, especially for all of us from the LA area. The death of Kobe Bryant, wasn't it? I was getting ready to come to the station and I heard about it and I had to really do a double take on it. Did it catch you by surprise, Mr. Mike?
Yeah, absolutely. Very, very sad day here in Los Angeles. I woke up to news on Twitter that there was a helicopter crash. And that's, not that rare of an experience here in Los Angeles. And then when I was driving here to the office this morning, I kept getting notifications on my phone, and I do not check my, no texting and driving. So once I actually arrived at the office and checked all my notifications, I saw that the news that Kobe Bryant had passed away in a tragic helicopter, and now news is reported that his eldest daughter, in fact, Gianna, was also on board the helicopter as well. So
it's already been confirmed?
Yeah, very, very sad news.
Sad news. Yeah. Very sad news. I from where my house is, I have a very nice commanding view of the entire valley and the mountains to the south and whatnot. And I see helicopters going through there all the time. It's a very common situation. You see fire department helicopters, you see the big water bombers when there's fires and whatnot. This morning, I was having some coffee outside on the balcony, and you couldn't see anything. It was just so socked in. It was like standing inside of a light bulb, really. So all of a sudden, I heard about it. I read about it on Facebook, and I was very, very surprised that somebody would be flying in that soup. So anyway, sad to hear about the daughter. It's one of those things. There's condolences all around too. I mean, I like to send my condolences to the people families of Captain Ian Macbeth, 44, from Montana. First Officer Paul Clyde Hudson, 42, from Buckeye, Arizona, and Flight Engineer Rick. I can't read this. DeMorgan Jr., 43, from Florida. This is the crew that died in Australia while flying that fire retardant bomber. It's also sad to lose those people. Anyway, so sad day. Anyway, on a positive note, I'd like to say hello to a very good friend of mine that just came out of the blue. Mr. Juan Manuel Rivas, my friend Meme, who is owner of a store called Nicky's Soccer Supplies or Nicky's Sporting Goods. But anyway, they happen to be one of the largest soccer suppliers in the area. My friend is in Lancaster, so if anybody's interested in soccer with their kids, go to Nicky's. Tell Meme that Tato sent you, and he'll give you a great discount. All right? Anyway, let's get started here. Today is all ADU time, and we have our guest here, who you'll get to recognize in a second because he was here before. We'll be right back.
Experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain from a sports injury? If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Ships developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Ships has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Ships at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drships.com. That's DRSHEPS.com, 310-873-4422.
All right, we are back, and this is Orly with Lifestyle Buzz. Welcome back to part 2 with Mr. Seth Phillips. Hello, how are you?
Hello, how are you doing today, my friend?
You know what? Doing wonderful, with the exception of the bad news, but you know, it's one of those things that I have been a pilot for like the better part of my life, and I was in the military, I was a civilian, the whole thing, and I hate the idea of to hear about aircraft going down.
Of course.
And it's something that it's a little bit on the personal side for me, you know. But it's still the safest mode to travel.
Yeah, that's right.
About, I don't know, a few weeks ago, we had a little bit of a drizzle here. I mean, you could not go one block without running into an accident.
Yeah.
And people are just not prepared for it.
Yeah,
Because
not Los Angeles. We don't have weather here.
Yeah. Everywhere else. But you know what? That's actually what creates the situation, is that it doesn't rain enough to wash the grime off the road like in many other places. So when a little drizzle happens, it just gets slicker than stuff.
It's nasty out there.
Yeah. Anyway, how was your event on the 23rd? We need to follow up on the.
Yeah, it was fantastic. We sold the show out, the event, which we held at a small theater in Santa Monica, and it's just a great place to present in that kind of intimate theater setting, and people really enjoyed it. So it was just an amazing experience. Really enjoyed it.
To recap what we're talking about here, for those of you who may have missed the program 2 weeks ago, Seth was talking, and is here to talk again, about the ADU.
Correct. Accessory dwelling unit.
Accessory dwelling unit. Can you explain to us again what that is exactly?
Yes, it's a new type of housing that was basically created by the government, and they now allow any single-family homeowner to build a second living unit house on their property, and then they can rent that out or use it for elder care or whatever purpose they see fit. So in effect, they've rezoned the entire state of California from R1 to R2, so basically any single-family home can in effect be a duplex now.
Okay, so it has been a common practice that when somebody has a big house, they either split it in two or they rent part of it.
Correct.
So this has been done more or less illegal?
Correct. Yeah. The zoning, R1 zoning, single family home zoning, very specifically, that's what R1 means. Residential use only and one unit only.
Okay.
So now you can have two.
Now, if you have a house that is big enough to, let's say, split, let's practical purposes, let's say one unit, okay? So does that one unit have to be totally divorced from the main structure?
No, actually, they have a version of ADUs that's called a junior ADU, and in that scenario, 100% of that ADU has to be some part of the existing house. So then you can basically cordon that off from the main house, have a separate kitchen in it. But interestingly, you don't have to have a separate bathroom. You could actually share the existing bathroom in the existing house with the ADU if you wanted to.
So if you have one small self-contained unit with bathroom, little kitchenette, bedroom, small, but it's not separate electrics or water,
That's okay.
that's okay.
Yeah, yep, that's okay.
And is that a junior, or would that be a?
That could be a attached ADU, which then can be bigger. With that, if it's not the junior ADU, then it would have to have its own bathroom as well.
Okay, now, the main logic behind the ADUs then is to be able to openly then derive income
Correct.
without penalties or
Correct.
breaking the law.
Right.
All right. How difficult is it to get licensing for an ADU, an addition?
You don't need any licensing to rent the property out. The property itself has to be a legal rentable property, and that's what ADU does. Is that makes that a legal rentable property. If you had a detached one, you probably would want to actually create a business entity that was responsible for that, just because it's just prudent. There's tax advantages, and then there's also, of course, liability advantages as well.
And by detached, are we talking about a detached garage that's been converted?
That could be, or it could be a brand new structure that you built that is detached from the main house.
Can you have, let's say you have a detached garage that has enough space to, make it a comfortable living quarters. Mm-hmm. And then you get a little greedy. Can you build one on top?
You can build on top, you can build on the side. Now that, of course, is also subject to whatever the local building and safety rules are in terms of height, like that. But most areas allow 2-story, so you should be able to build an ADU above a garage, or you could convert the actual garage into an ADU and just add a second story to it, either one.
Okay, but that's what I was referring to. You can convert the garage and build another one, so then you have two.
No,
okay.
that you can't do. As of these new state laws that just went into effect, you can actually have 2 ADUs on the same property. One of them would have to be the junior ADU, which would have to be some converted space in the existing house. And then in addition to that, you could build an attached ADU, which could be the garage or it could be a separate structure, but the junior ADU and the other ADU could not both be with the garage.
So it could be, so you can actually do 2 full-blown ADUs.
Correct. Yep. Per January 1st of this year, that is now a new law.
Okay, so as long as one is attached to the main structure.
Right.
And then let's say a garage detached.
That would work.
Okay, all right, so that's pretty cool. And now, do you have to get permits or if you don't have to get let's say a license to have it, you have to have a permit of some kind, right?
Yes, you still have to get a building permit.
A building permit.
Yes.
Okay. Now, is this something that? Let me formulate this a little bit because I want to get the full-blown picture here.
You got it.
We're ready to go into a break, huh? All right. Hey, why don't we take a little break right now? This is getting way too interesting. I'm getting too ahead of my time here. We'll be right back.
Picture yourself and your loved one saying, I do, with a stunning sunset behind you and the sound of the waves gently lapping the shore. We can make that dream wedding come true. Ka'anapali Beach Hotel offers oceanfront and ocean view venues for a perfect backdrop to all your wedding memories. Choose from our wedding and vow renewal packages or let us customize a ceremony just for you. Call 661-0011 or visit ka'anapaliweddings.com and let us help you create that once-in-a-lifetime occasion.
This is Dave Hull. My book, Hullabaloo, The Life and Misadventures of L.A. radio legend Dave Hull, that's me, is available now for $20. Call the Dave Hull Group at 760-320-4434, and your copy, including shipping and handling, is on the way. Read about my experiences with the Beatles during the filming of their second movie, Help, in the Bahamas. Out of 5,200 entries, Hullabaloo won the silver medal as the second best book of the year. To get your copy, call the Dave Hull Group, 760-320-4434. And your signed copy is on the way. That's 760-320-4434. Hurry, before somebody else grabs up your 600-page leather-bound copy. That's 760-320-4434. Call now.
Legendary food critic Meryl Schindler talks about the Hill Street Cafe in Burbank, California.
The Hill Street Cafe in Burbank, California, 3301 North Glen Oaks Boulevard, open 7 days a week for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And when I say breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I mean menus that give you everything you can possibly want. I'm looking at the dinner menu here. They got every sort of sandwich and salad. And not only do they have burgers and hot dogs, but they have burgers and hot dogs made with Beyond Meat and Beyond Sausage. They have a fitness menu. They have senior dining. It is a full-service restaurant with a lot of, I should mention, very good beers and wines. And they have a back room that is semi-private, fits up to 50 people. They offer delivery through ChowNow, Grubhub, Postmates, DoorDash, and Uber Eats. They allow filming at the restaurant as well. Parking lot is great, a lot over 60 spots. It's a terrific restaurant, and I love the fact that it's something for everybody. Hill Street Cafe, 3301 North Glen Oaks, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
This is sponsored by Humana. The Medicare Advantage and Prescription Drug Annual Enrollment Period is here, running from October 15th through December 7th, and people with Medicare are reviewing their health insurance options for 2020. Choosing a Medicare plan for you or your loved one can seem overwhelming, so it's smart to understand your options. Jeffrey Fernandez of Humana.
It is important to have all the information to choose the right Medicare plan. In addition to costs, be sure to take into account the network of doctors and hospitals. The list of medications that the Medicare prescription plan covers, changes to current plans, and differences between original Medicare and Medicare Advantage. This will help you choose the best plan for you and your loved ones.
For more information, visit Medicare.gov or Humana.com/Medicare, or call a licensed sales agent at 1-800-213-5286 from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. local time, 7 days a week.
All right, this is Arlie, and welcome to ADU Information Center with my friend Seth Phillips. The ADU was not actually invented here in California, was it?
That's correct. The first place that I heard of it in the United States was in Portland, Oregon, and they've become a very progressive state. But that's not where it started. The first place that I know of is in our neighbors to the north in Vancouver, Canada.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Now, what has been actually the push for it? Because I understand that we're short of housing.
Right.
Are we to that point where actually we need, or is it affordability that we're looking for? Because I mean, when you build an ADU, I would venture to say that the idea is for a single person. No?
Well, it could be, because you can build up to 1,200 square feet, and you could have,
really?
you could have a 4-bedroom house in 1,200 square feet.
Yeah.
But the concept is very simple: is that a big problem with the housing crisis is just very simply that we're not building houses fast enough to keep up with the demand. And we live in a capitalist society where everything's supply and demand. Well, right now it's really out of whack in California in that the supply is not coming close to the demand, and it's just getting worse every year. So we have to build more. And this was a kind of a shortcut way to build more because we don't need to go find new land. We're just utilizing existing land for more density and more units, which will help.
I mean, an ADU of 1,200 square feet, yeah, like you say, it could be a 2-bedroom.
Easily.
Comfortable. So can you, let's say you have a house of 2,000 square feet.
Mm-hmm.
You take 1,200 of that for an ADU, right? You divide the house.
Well, there's one interesting rule they have. If it's an attached ADU, it's different from detached. If it's attached, then the ADU cannot be bigger than 50% of the square footage of the existing house. So if you had a 1,000 square foot house, the maximum size of your ADU would be 500 square feet. Right?
Oh, okay. All right. That makes sense because I was going to say, like somebody can invest on a house, keep a tiny little portion for themselves, and rent the rest as an ADU.
Mm-hmm. Yep. What they could do is they could choose to live in the ADU and rent out the bigger portion.
Right.
So either way.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So okay. Opens a lot of doors, actually.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing. An attached ADU does have to have a separate outside entrance to it. That is one of the requirements.
Okay. All right. That should be no big headache up to a point in many cases. But now, are people really taking advantage of the concept here in LA?
The original law went into effect January 1st, 2017, and it's statewide law. Los Angeles, the city of Los Angeles, fortunately adopted the law with virtually no changes to it, no restrictions. And as a result, there have already been more than 12,000 permits pulled for construction of ADUs just in the city of Los Angeles. And so that really gave the state something to look at after 3 years to see that this thing really is working. They really are getting built, and they're adding more housing to the city and the state.
So, although it does not add ground per se to your home, does it add value or does it deduct value?
It adds value because this is legal living square footage. So now, if you're just converting existing space, you're not adding any space. That's different. But if you're adding new space, which you can do as a detached ADU, you could be adding up to 1,200 square feet of brand new.
Okay, cool. Man, time is flying by really fast, and we're having too much fun here with all this information. So why don't we take a little break? We'll be right back, and we'll continue with all the good stuff. All right, sit back, relax. We'll be right back.
Hi, everybody. This is Michael Horn. And you've all helped build MyPillow into the amazing company it is today. Now, Mike Lindell, the inventor and CEO of MyPillow, wants to give back to my listeners. You can go to MyPillow.com right now and click on the new radio listener specials. I use the MyPillow. I've got the mattress topper. I've got the Giza sheets. I'm sleeping so much better. And you can get deep discounts on all MyPillows, mattress toppers, bed sheets, and so much more. For example, they're bringing back the buy one, get one free offer for MyPillows. That's That's right. Buy one MyPillow, get another MyPillow absolutely free. Remember, all MyPillow products come with a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the new radio listener specials tab, and get deep discounts on all MyPillow products, including the buy one, get one free for MyPillows. Enter the promo code WINNER or call 800-513-3363 for the great radio specials.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
Hi, everybody. Michael Horn along with Fred Dreyer here in the Sports Lounge. We look behind the scenes in the world of sports. Do we not, Fred Dreyer?
We look behind and in front sometimes.
Really?
Yes.
Check them both out and you can see everything there. This isn't your show for sports scores. This is the show about the politics of sports.
We're not ripping and reading. We don't care about what the Phillies and the St. Louis Cardinals did in the third inning on a rainy day. Who cares? We're here to give you insight into a certain part of the sports world you don't normally see.
Wednesdays at 4 on CRN.
We are the Debt Destroyer. Any debt you have, credit card, tax, student loan debt. Call now to get our free report that tells you how to destroy your debt. It's a great resource. Plus, when you make this free call right now, we'll have a Debt Destroyer expert ready to help you. They can show you how they can help you destroy your debt and get your life back on track. Debt problems don't have to be overwhelming. You can live stress-free and debt-free. Credit cards, medical bills, IRS tax problems, even student loan debt. Learn about free programs offered by the credit card companies, hospitals, and even the government that can help you slash your debt. Call right now for free information, including our Debt Destroyer Guide, a $300 value, yours free. Call right now.
800-515-6348. 800-515-6348. That's 800-515-6348.
Come to Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante to see memorabilia of movie stars and theatrical magic right in downtown Fullerton, California. The Art of the Great Masters in an Italian town square complete with storefronts of old, Italian butchers and cheesemongers, fruit and wine vendors, seamstresses showing their wares, the romance of Romeo and Juliet. Find our mystical Room of the Moon, and don't forget King Kong, Dracula, Frankenstein, and who knows what awaits you in the wine cellar. Enjoy the great food. We hand stuff our pastas, roll each and every tortellini, bake our own bread, and make all of our sauces fresh from our private stock of Sicilian family recipes. Pasta to seafood, chicken to award-winning pizzas, tiramisu flowing in from Rome. If you can't find something on our menu to tempt you, you don't like Italian food. Try our Sunday brunch, all you can eat, just $21.95. And Angelo's and Vinci's has been named the best Italian restaurant in Orange County 2 years in a row, and our owner has been named Restaurateur of the Year. Angelo's and Vinci's, Fullerton, California, 714-879-4022 or angelosandvinci's.com. Enjoy Tiki Live, the best cable alternative choice today, with hundreds of premium live TV programming, including ESPN, CNN, Fox News, Disney, AMC, Bravo, XF, OWN, and CRN Talk. Plus no contracts and low month-to-month service. Tiki Live, servicing North America, including the Caribbean. To get started, visit TikiLive.com to order hundreds of channels, including CRN Talk, at a fraction of what you're paying today. Visit TikiLive.com. That's TikiLive.com.
All right, we are back and we are deep into the ADU. So people out there, you need to take note because this is really getting to be a fascinating subject. So, and we have the expert here, Mr. Seth Phillips. California, is there an area of California that has seen more interest in the ADU process than others?
Yeah, I think that the hotbeds so far are in the Bay Area, and the legislation really was born out of the legislators of that area, where affordable housing in particular is a real challenge. And then the city of Los Angeles, as I said, also has an amazing 12,000 permits already pulled. So there's a lot of activity, but it is a statewide thing.
Okay. Now, one of the things that you see, like in the Bay Area, is the construction of homes is totally different than the south part of California. It's high density there.
Right.
one house next to each other, like really in close proximity. So, and the houses really are not that big,
right,
to begin with, you know.
Right.
So I'm surprised that it is so popular there, because I mean,
well, it's once again one of the main uses of ADU is that you can convert an existing garage into a unit, and in pretty much everywhere in the state, almost all homes, regardless of their size, have a garage. So that actually can be turned into an ADU. And there's also a new part of the new law where now multifamily properties can also add ADUs, and they also can convert existing garage space into ADUs. And in San Francisco area, this is really interesting because there's no land there, period. But a lot of apartment buildings, of course, do have garages, and those garages now can become extra units.
Hey, Seth, I was wondering, you talked about how local municipalities might have different legislation regarding ADUs.
Correct.
So I'm thinking that maybe some of the more, less progressive cities, I'm looking at you, San Marino, who would want to ban ADUs. Would there be any recourse for renters or property developers? Could they actually go to the state and maybe argue in court trying to get those restrictions lifted?
Yes, absolutely. Because the NIMBY movement, which stands for Not My Backyard, has been very resistant to these kinds of things. But politically, a whole new group has grown up now to counteract that. And not surprising, they're called YIMBY, which means yes in my backyard. And it is an actual political group with funding and attorneys on board, and they are available to go fight cities that try to make ADUs not buildable.
I have a question, and like I mentioned all the time, is that Lifestyle Buzz is not a political show.
Right.
All right. But it kind of like makes me wonder if the interest here in California is to serve a certain demographic with the ADUs in order to increase, let's say, the more liberal roles.
Well, I think that there's a big push around ADU that this could conceivably then help to generate more affordable housing because it's less expensive. There's no land cost. So if a owner of an ADU chose to, they could rent it at a substantially lower amount than what market rate will be, which may or may not happen. And then, of course, the governments are now starting to come up with programs to help to subsidize homeowners that want to build ADUs if they agree to rent to low income. So there's different avenues where that actually could, and I believe will, increase the actual amount of affordable housing besides just creating more units.
You mean like attach them to like what is it, H8? What's it called? Title 8?
Section 8.
Section 8. Section 8.
Yeah, exactly. That's a perfect example. If the government gives you the money or lends you the money at a extremely low interest rate for you to build an ADU, and then you agree that you will rent it only to like a Section 8 tenant for X number of years, then everybody kind of wins in that arrangement.
Is there a need for some kind of an impact study? Because I'm sure that, let's say, a neighborhood that has a bunch of nice ranch-style homes or whatever, but kids have moved out, this can spark interest on a lot of people to say, we have all this spare room that we wanted to get rid of the house, and maybe now we don't have to.
Right.
We can just split it.
Exactly.
Like you said, not in my backyard. I guess you shouldn't like an area do an impact study to see the acceptance of this rule within a neighborhood?
Well, that's where the state really stepped in and just took all of some of the typical hurdles that local municipalities might throw in the way because they don't want them. So they'll just find a way to make it so that although it's legal to do it, practically speaking, there's too many roadblocks in the way. So the state mandated that there would not be a requirement of environmental impact reports, and many other the more typical regulatory things that are part of the process.
You know, I mean, I am sure that somewhere along the line, everything is like somebody sees a great benefit, and I'm sure that somebody else sees a different story, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things. I remember many years ago where right near where I had my home, these developers, they bought blocks and blocks and blocks of commerce area. They were going to build this big, humongous development of apartments and new restaurants and the whole thing. And I'm getting the signal, keep that in mind. We'll be right back. We're going to talk about that as soon as I come back. Let's take a break.
Hi, everybody. This is Michael Horn. And you know, you've all helped build MyPillow into the amazing company it is today. Now, Mike Lindell, the inventor and CEO of MyPillow, wants to give back to my listeners. You can go to MyPillow.com right now and click on the new radio listener specials. You know, I use the MyPillow. I've got the mattress topper. I've got the Giza sheets. I'm sleeping so much better. And you can get deep discounts on all MyPillows, mattress toppers, bed sheets, and so much more. For example, they're bringing back the buy one, get one free offer for MyPillows. That's right. Buy one MyPillow, get another MyPillow absolutely free. Remember, all MyPillow products come with a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the new radio listener specials tab, and get deep discounts on all MyPillow products, including the buy one, get one free for MyPillows. Enter the promo code WINNER or call 800-513-3363 for the great radio specials.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
This is sponsored by SK Life Science, Inc. More than 3 million people in the U.S. are affected by epilepsy, with 150,000 new cases reported each year. A new national survey called Seize the Truth About Epilepsy Perceptions revealed that 75% of patients agreed that all they can do is accept their condition. Not only are patients affected physically, but the emotional, social, and financial consequences of epilepsy are equally as severe, with 58% of caregivers and 47% of patients having to take time off of work in the past year. The survey also revealed a wide range of challenges in the management of the disease, with a significant disconnect in conversations between healthcare professionals, caregivers, and patients. Danielle Becker, physician, Penn Medicine.
It is vital that patients and healthcare providers have an open and honest dialogue during office visits. The findings revealed that nearly half of patients surveyed admitted they don't share real-life goals with their doctors. Frank discussions are necessary in order to provide the patient with the best possible care.
For more information, visit www.webmd.com/epilepsy survey.
All right, we are back. We were talking about the development of the Section 8.
Mm-hmm.
So, if people have let's say, if people hear that there's an allowance for Section 8 with the ADUs, but people cannot complain about it, people from the neighborhood cannot bring it up to.
No, one of the most important things about the ADU law is that they made it a ministerial process, which means that there's no public comment involved in the process. If you walk into your building and safety with a set of plans that comply to the building regulations, they have to give you a permit. So
Okay.
there is no neighborhood input that can change that process.
Are the permits very expensive to get?
No, they're typically just whatever the same cost as. For instance, if you want to add a 500 square foot family room to your house, it would be the exact same thing as adding a 500 square foot ADU to your house in terms of the cost. And in the new state law, they specifically put in some language because some cities had been charging extra fees just for an ADU, but that now is not legal to do.
Seth, are you also seeing that construction and contracting companies are specializing in ADU construction? There's a kind of a place that maybe if I wanted to build an ADU on my property, that there's a special contractors that are specialized in this kind of thing?
Yeah, that's called me.
There you go.
That's no, but it's for sure. Different contractors now that they're starting to be aware of this new kind of product are looking to capitalize on that and advertise themselves as people for that.
And these contractors, I'm sure, are very up on the law, as are you, and
right.
Can help you, guide you through the permit process as well.
Correct. Yeah, I mean that's what you would hope for in your contracting, and that's why our services are across the board, from just doing consulting stuff all the way through just complete turnkey construction.
So if I wanted to build an ADU, you're the man I want to talk to, right?
I am Mr. ADU.
That's it.
What's your website for our listeners?
Very good. adugold.com.
Is there, I guess this would be an all-around type building concern. I'm sure that there's finance people involved.
Yeah, there's some new product. There's some traditional product. FHA has a loan called 203K, which they've had for a long time, which that allows for both the purchase of the property plus money towards construction. That was originally put in for people to be able to do that to fix up a fixer house and have the funds, but you can also use that money for building an ADU.
Now, at one point I asked you this the last time you were here, but just to recap, doesn't this put the dwelling in the same vein as apartments? It's just a smaller unit.
Yeah, but it's still a single family home. So there's no change. It's just they added another legal use of a single family home. But from all legal perspectives, it's still a single family home.
Okay, and there's no problem, let's say later on you want to resell the property.
Correct.
You just sell it as an R1 with an ADU?
Right, exactly. It's just a single family home with another living unit on it that can be used for rent to help pay for that property if the buyer of that property wanted to use it that way.
All right. So give us a little bit of a contact thing, because people would want to know how to get a hold of you.
That'd be great. So my name is Seth Phillips, and I can be reached at 213-784-4447, or my email address, Seth, S-E-T-H, at adugold.com.
There you go. And we're going to be putting all this information on our websites too, but we're going to talk about this. We still have plenty of time here to talk about it. Have you seen, because you've been in real estate now for a number of years, have you seen an increase of investment interest in homes for the purpose of splitting them into an ADU unit?
Yeah, I think this is really going to be a real game changer in that area, because the cost of housing is so high here. Even with the high rents, if you just buy a single family home as an investor, as a rental property, you're not going to get a very good return. But now you buy that same property and add a ADU unit and the additional rent that it can bring. Now that same piece of property could have an excellent return on your investment. So the investors out there are definitely taking notice of this and are starting to jump on board.
We talked about this before. So that I asked because I used to be in the real estate business with you.
Yes, I know.
And at that time, there was a lot of bank-owned properties that were coming into the market. Those are gone.
Oh, yeah. The foreclosure rate is back down to a completely normal rate, which is like 3% or something like that. So that's not a very viable source for acquiring properties right now.
Okay. Man, time flies. Time flies when you're having fun. A lot more things from. Well, we're going to be here for just a few more minutes, right? This is the closing segment. All right. Why don't we take a little break and we come back and we get a little bit more information about how to get a hold of Seth, and then we'll call it a day. We'll be right back.
Hi, everybody. Michael Horn from CRNTalk.com. You know, we provide you with the best in talk radio. 8 channels of talk radio, from radio on the left, radio on the right, sports talk, business talk, religious talk, Spanish talk, you name it, we've got talk radio for you. All at CRNTalk.com. Well, now we'll bring you video as well as audio. That's right. Watch your favorite shows like The Robert Conrad Show, The Fred Dreyer Program, What's Cooking Today, What's Cooking on Wine, The Lounge, and so many other shows in video right at our website, crntalk.com. You can also watch us on Roku. Just search CRN Talk, and you can watch us on Roku on any TV anywhere in the world. Also on Facebook Live. Go to facebook.com/CRN Digital Talk. Facebook.com/CRN Digital Talk. Roku, search CRN Talk. Check us out on Tiki Live and at crntalk.com. Video for you talk fans, all from CRN Talk. Hi, everybody. This is Michael Horn. And you know, you've all helped build MyPillow into the amazing company it is today. Now, Michael Lindell, the inventor and CEO of MyPillow, wants to give back to my listeners. You can go to MyPillow.com right now and click on the new radio listener specials. You know, I use the MyPillow. I've got the mattress topper. I've got the Giza sheets. I'm sleeping so much better. And you can get deep discounts on all MyPillows, mattress toppers, bed sheets, and so much more. For example, they're bringing back the buy one, get one free offer for MyPillows. That's right. Buy one MyPillow, get another MyPillow absolutely free. Remember, all MyPillow products come with a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the new radio listener specials tab, and get deep discounts on all MyPillow products, including the buy one, get one free for MyPillows. Enter the promo code WINNER or call 800-513-3363 for the great radio specials.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
CRN listeners, when you come to Southern California, stop by a great restaurant, the Dresden Restaurant at 1760 North Vermont Avenue in Hollywood. Enjoy great entertainment, like the music of the legendary Marty and Elaine at the world-famous Dresden Restaurant. The Dresden was a location for the making of the movie Swingers. Now you can swing with stars Marty and Elaine. Plus, enjoy great food, too, like French onion soup, artichoke hearts, and many other great appetizers. Seafood, there's salmon, shrimp scampi, New Zealand orange roughy, halibut, Lake Superior whitefish, and specialties like veal marsala, piccata, and parmigiana. Plus, we've got a great roast rack of lamb, chicken piccata, and cordon bleu, and pasta dishes, too. Steaks, filet, New York, Chateaubriand for 2. Much more, too, including pork chops, prime rib of beef, and an incredibly extra large cut of prime rib. It's the Dresden Restaurant, open for lunch Monday through Saturday and dinner Monday through Sunday. Check us out at 1760 North Vermont Avenue or call 323-665-4294.
All right, one quick question before we go into more IDs and whatnot. People that have rental units today obviously are deriving income. So are they just hiding that under a mattress, or because they cannot just say it's rental property, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of illegal guest houses everywhere, and particularly in Southern California. And now those units potentially can be made legal. So that's really going to be a lot better for everybody involved.
Now, does that I guess that would change people's income bracket, having that income.
Yeah, but hopefully it does.
Yeah. All right. Well,
let me ask you this along those lines, Orlando. Sorry for jumping in. Is that, let's say I want to build an ADU on my property and I take out an equity loan. Mm-hmm. To do that, would the interest on the equity loan be tax deductible, similar to the way mortgage tax deduction?
Yeah, and that's one of the really great things about the ADU, because although it's not a duplex, it is a duplex. And actually, the IRS looks at it from the duplex standpoint. So you get to write off not only the interest payment, the property taxes, you also get to depreciate the structure too. So it's huge tax advantages to it.
All right, there you go. Mr. Mike, the key question. Anyway, info about the show. Please send it to lifestylebuzztoday@gmail.com. If you want to know more about the show, then it's www.lifestylebuzz.today. If you want to talk to me, although we have not covered for a while, travel, please send me an email at info@journeysbysilverfox.com or go to www.journeysbysilverfox.com.
Indeed. And so this is actually great synergy. So what you can do is that you can visit Seth and build yourself an ADW. And then you can use that income to go to Orlando and book yourself a nice trip.
There you go.
That's it. So Seth at ADUgold.com. And the phone number once again?
213-784-4447.
There you go. And we're going to be putting all this information on our websites. So I invite you to go there and take a look, not only at the ones I just mentioned, but go to, also, this is important, to babyboomergen.com, because we're going to be putting it there too. There's a lot of baby boomers out there with properties that may want to convert.
Very good use for them.
No. Man, we give you great stuff, people. Act on it. How about that? Mr. Mike, parting words.
It's just, I'm kind of in my feelings over this Kobe thing, but I think that this ADUs are very, very important, especially not nationwide, but especially here in Los Angeles, where there's just not a supply of housing.
That's right.
We're seeing a lot of young people move out of state, and so I just think it's beneficial for not only the property renters, can have income, and also all those illegals that you talked about, illegal units, can come out of the shadows, which not only protects the renter but the property owner themselves. So I think, Seth, you're doing really great work at adugold.com.
Thank you so much.
You know what? It's California is. I've lived here since 1958. I came here from Costa Rica, which is a great place to be at. We came here. We found it to be so great. Now there's a lot of ups and downs in the coast and all of that, but we all have to do whatever it takes to improve the quality and to maintain a high quality of people in the state. And I think by providing housing, it just does that. It creates more commerce. It creates more circulation of different things. I mean, it's just great.
I agree.
So we got to do that. Hey, with that in mind, don't forget to share yourself, share your thoughts, share your love, and please leave nothing but footprints of your journeys through our plan.
Be kind.
Be kind to everybody. God bless.